CNN-FM, the financial network.
Yeah, talk about budget cutting now. Stay tuned to find out how you can make some money. Our personal finance guest, Jerome Golden, will be on hand to take your phone calls and answer your personal finance questions about annuities. Yes, annuities.
Yes, that ever-increasing subject. You have to think about it. They're there. You got to think about them. Call 1-800-304-FNET. That's coming up right after this.
Yeah. Yesterday on It's Only Money, our guest tackled the subject of retirement for Generation X.
And although it may be the farthest thing from your mind at 20, you should still be prepared. Why do I feel like someone's mother? I don't.
You don't?
No.
Well, joining us to discuss annuities, a retirement investment vehicle combined with life insurance that can protect you, is Jerome Golden, president of the Income Management Group at the Equitable Life Assurance Society. Jerome, welcome. We want to tell our viewers that we're going to be taking your calls a bit later on at 1-800-304-FNET. That's to discuss annuities, what they mean for you, and what is the proper vehicle to choose when doing so. And this is a question that comes up a lot because people don't really understand annuities. There are different vehicles you can choose to get your objectives served in retirement.
Yes, there really are two basic types of annuities. One when you're saving for retirement, and then one when you're in retirement and you want an income from another source. And then within those two categories, they're either fully guaranteed annuities or variable, which gives you the opportunity to invest in the market.
All right, Jerome, go back even further. Talk to me, Jerome, about annuities. Who needs an annuity and why?
Well, I think people who need annuities, and let's talk about the savings phase. If you have invested fully in your 401k, and if you've taken advantage of your IRA deduction, and you still feel you don't have enough saved for retirement, annuities are a perfect vehicle. They permit you to invest, there's no tax until you withdraw the money, and they give you the ability at retirement to convert it into a lifetime income.
Okay, is that realistic in the sense that if you have a 401k, you max the thing out? Most would say if you max it out over a 20-year or 25-year period, that should be enough for retirement. And the argument would be, I wouldn't need an annuity. Do you disagree with that?
Well, we did a survey among baby boomers. We asked them what they thought they needed at retirement. The figure, and it was just a round number, was $1 million. The amount of money they had saved at that point was about $180,000. They were not going to be able to save that, even with return, within their 401k. They needed to supplement that to make their $1 million goal. So for some people, the 401k may be sufficient, but for others, they may need to supplement it.
What about returns on annuities? How do they stack up?
Well, there are two kinds of annuities for savings. There's the fully guaranteed annuity, which provides you with an interest rate, and at any time, the value of your account is basically what you put in plus the interest you earn.
Like a money market fund?
Like a money market fund. Interest rates today on annuities are 6 or 7%. On the other side, there are variable annuities, which give you a choice of investment funds, from aggressive stocks to blue chip stocks to international, global, even to balanced funds. Some products even combine those features by having a guaranteed aspect as well as a variable aspect. And so you can pick your risk tolerance within that accumulation product. The same thing is true on the income side. You can have income that is fully guaranteed, or you can have income in retirement that depends on the performance of the funds you select.
Okay, there have been a few black eyes in the industry, and I point this out because there's been a lot of risk. And in fact, I remember covering the story of Executive Life in Los Angeles when they were taking the money that people were putting in and putting in very risky investments, and it left people, nearly bankrupt in terms of their retirements, 30 cents on the dollar. How does one, when they get into annuities, know that it's a safe vehicle to get into, and are there ratings for these vehicles?
Yes, there are ratings, and let me start with the easier side. When you're in a variable annuity, the funds are totally segregated, and from an obligation standpoint, it's almost like you invested in a mutual fund, that you may suffer the market loss based on the investments, but not of the fault of the insurance company. The issue you have to face is when you're going into a guaranteed annuity or the guaranteed portion of a variable annuity. There, what you've got to look at is the credit rating of the insurance company. Some people look at AAA, but there are not that many companies. AA or better is the kind of standard that people are looking for when they buy a guaranteed annuity.
Why not a AAA? I mean, you can get those in a bond, of course.
What's happened in the insurance industry is that the groups that rate insurance companies have systematically looked at the portfolios of some of the companies, and what companies that were AAA are now AA. compare that to the banking industry, we still have a lot more AA companies that they have in the banking business.
Jerome, what about your ability to withdraw money, cash from this, either before or after retirement? What are the penalties?
Well, one of the issues about deferred annuities, they have the same kinds of penalties as an IRA. So if you withdraw money before 59 and a half, you have to pay an income tax on any gain you've had, and you'll be subject to a penalty tax. So in looking at an annuity before retirement, you better look to leave the money in there till 59 and a half and 60. Once you're beyond 60, you're taxed on whatever you withdraw, but you're not subject to the penalty tax.
Why wouldn't you just put your money in an IRA?
The IRAs are limited. That is, first, a lot of people are not even eligible to put money in an IRA.
There's a cap anyway on
there's
the
a
overall
cap.
sum, right?
And essentially, it's either $2,000 or in a couple, it's up to $4,000. An annuity, it's essentially unlimited. So if you have the funds, you can put it in. Now, a very important difference between an IRA, a tax-deductible IRA, is you get no deduction when you put the premium into the annuity. What you're getting is deferral on the tax on your investment earnings. And that is very, very powerful, but it's not the same as getting a deduction for the amount you invested in the annuity.
Okay, you are the man we call the father of annuities, and you said during the break, actually the father of variable annuities. Do you like the products that are out there now? And if you're going to choose, say somebody in our age bracket that has 30 years before retirement or so, and you want to set aside a certain sum of money, what is the best vehicle in your view these days?
Well, I'm glad you put us in the same age category, but I think...
your compliment for the night.
That's right. I'm a little bit older. I think that if you're 30 years to go from retirement, you ought to look at the alternative of mutual funds versus annuities. That's a long period of time between now and 60. But as you approach 40 and you can start thinking about retirement not simply in how much you've saved, it's really what you're looking at is how much income do I need to live on. And what happens when you approach my age, what's very important is not only the dollars I have saved, is am I going to be able to replace my income at retirement? And when your mind clicks to that kind of thinking, then the annuity is the appropriate vehicle, because you're thinking longer term.
Great. Thanks for joining us. Once again, Jerome Golden. He's the annuity specialist with Equitable Life. Thanks for coming in.